Another really cool feature on my new Casio G-Shock solar watch that I gotta show you, and a couple of idiots and AssWagons on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and fuzzy studio audience. Yep, that's Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, I wasn't planning on doing a video tonight, but I figured out how to do that automatic backlight feature on my new Casio Tough Solar G-Shock atomic watch. It's got a lot of great features because it does the automatic setting, that's the atomic part. It's tough, therefore the G-Shock part, and it's solar powered. When I left this morning, I did the unboxing and everything last night, and it had been in a box, so it was on the mid section. So if you go to my last video and I show you that close-up of the dials, you can see where it'll show you the low, medium, and high on what the charging level is, or the battery level is, based on the charging. And when I got up this morning, then just drove about 45 minutes from that truck stop I was at to where I needed to get filled up at the TA in Beto Junction. And just by sitting here with it over here on my left side in the window with the sun coming in, it hit the high charge within that first 45 minutes. So that tells you it does charge quickly, and that's why it's going to be a great watch for truck drivers, especially if you wear it on your left arm, sitting over here in the window all the time. It's always going to be charged up. And now the main thing I wanted to talk about is I talked about all the features and how much I liked the watch, but I figured out how to turn on that automatic backlight thing. Look at this. All you do is when you have it tipped away from you, turn it towards you, and look at that. It lights up. Whoa! That's a game changer, baby. Yeah. All right, I love that. That is fantastic, because then, all I got to do is hold it and aim it at me, and bang, the light turns on. That is so freaking cool. That puts it over the top. For only like $73 is what I paid on Amazon for this, with taxes about $80. Can't beat that. For the automatic time setting, solar powered, so it's not going to die on you like my last watch did. And now that automatic backlight, and I'll show you how you turn that on. That's what I had to kind of figure out, because of course I threw the manual away, because I'm a guy, I'm not going to read the instructions. Here's where the light is when you turn it on the watch. It's right here below the dial. All you do is you hold that down, and then it sets it into the automatic backlight function. And then on that close-up shot I showed you, I'll show you right here. Yeah, then you can see where it shows then, that little wedge shows up in that circle to tell you that function is on. So then all you got to do is aim it towards yourself, and the light comes on in the background so you can see the time. It's a beautiful thing. I love that. I also did figure out a couple other things in the settings. When it just says, it gives you the option of off, on, or auto. And I'm like, well, what is this for? Well, I noticed if I looked in the little circle, it's hard to see, because it is a small circle. Again, I'll show you on the dial here. But right there in that upper right circle, where the daylight savings time, when you're in the settings, that'll be flashing, that little wedge, and that's what that setting is for. So you can set it to automatically do daylight savings time for you. You can turn it off or turn it on. Now, like if you lived in Arizona, you would need to put it to off, because Arizona doesn't do daylight savings time. They stay on the standard time. So you would need that function if you lived in Arizona. And the other thing I figured out is, like I say, the backlight thing and the PS. What was that? Well, again, let me pull up the watch thing and I'll show you. Over there on the far left, there's that little thing in front of where it says PS on the dial. That stands for power saver mode, and you can turn that on in the settings. I have that on, so I will wear my watch all night, so probably it'll never go off. But what that does, say you take your watch off at the end of the day, set it on your nightstand or put it in a drawer, then if it doesn't detect any movement or you pushing a button or anything, it'll just dim the screen. And on Casio G-Shock watches that also have hands, the hands stop. But as soon as you put it back on, touch a button, everything goes back to normal. It keeps the time. It just saves the power on running the hands and doing the display. So that's what that's for. And that's only available apparently on the G-Shock Tough Solar watches, because it's trying to save the battery, unless, because if you keep it in a dark area a long time, well, it's where it's not getting the light to charge the battery, which really isn't too much of an issue for me. Every day when I'm driving, it's going to get plenty of light. So just found out a couple more details about this G-Shock watch. Here, I'll take it off so you can see it better. There it is. You see in the automatic light, it just came on. That is just so cool because I moved it. I don't know if I can get it to do it now while I'm holding it here. Probably not. Oh, see, oh, there it goes. Isn't that awesome? Anyway, so now this watch is even better than I thought, and for the price I paid, like I say, 73 and some change, plus tax, 80 bucks. This is a freaking cool watch. So I'm really impressed. Casio, way to go. All right, let's move on to a couple of idiots and ass wagons I saw today. Now this first one, I'm going to try to zoom in so you can really see what's going on. 2-lane highway. We're driving along, and somebody coming the other direction, where they had a couple of lanes, just decided they needed to try to pass. They were at a pickup, I think. And they had to get around the big trucks because they're too slow. And while the truck in front of me, going the direction I'm going, had to move off onto the shoulder because they weren't going to make it back in time. So they decided, I'm going to risk my own life and maybe kill other people just to save a few seconds. Now look at this. You can see that other truck in the distance, and look to the right of him. There's a pickup trying to rip around him real quick. That truck has to move over. The truck in front of me has to move over to let this ass wagon by. What a jerk. What an ass wagon, I tell you. Speaking of ass wagons, this pickup towing a trailer with giant bales of hay on it is blocking their mirrors. They can't even see behind them. This is pretty illegal. Not to mention they should have an oversized load banner on the back of the trailer. They don't. I'm following them for a while. Finally get to a point where there's a passing lane, but I know this guy can't even see me coming around him. All right, so here's this guy. Look, this load is hanging way over each side of the trailer. He should have an oversized load banner on there. He doesn't. We finally get a passing lane. He moves to the right, but look, he's hugging that inside of that lane. I need to get by him. He doesn't move over onto the shoulder a little bit like he should. He can't even see me because his mirrors are blocked by the hay. So look, I have to drive over onto the rumble strip a little bit right there on the lines just to get around this guy. What a jerk! Oh, and by the way, since I was praising this watch, for those of you that want to know the exact model number of it, it is the Casio GWM500A-1. All right, and like I say, I found it on Amazon for like 70 some odd dollars. I think they have a version without the silver around it that's all black too. I think that one was a little bit more. But boy, am I liking this watch. I love how it just lights up. That is so freaking cool. The version I have, 7623, that's on the left, and the all-black version, 10360 on Amazon right now. Okay, so thanks for watching that update about the G-Shock. I'm just really liking that watch. And yeah, so to give you an update, here it is. See, I'm looking at my watch because I always have to look at the date. It is the 5th. It is Wednesday night. Birthday tomorrow. I get to spend my birthday at a Walmart distribution center. Ooh. Anyway, so I got to have a Casey's pizza today, so I got to have my birthday treat. Anyway, I got to sleep in the morning, so that's nice. Yeah, then I go deliver, then I go pick up this load of minerals someplace in New Mexico that goes up to Michigan for a Monday delivery, and I can show you the route. Okay, so the green is where I am right now. Let me zoom in on that so you can see that. All right, so there we are down there in San John, New Mexico, just over the border from Texas. Going to go across 40 through Albuquerque, and right there is Los Lunas, the Walmart distribution center I'm going to deliver at. Then that's where I'm going to park tomorrow night after I deliver there. It's as close as I can get to my pickup for Friday, which is way down there, and it shows there's no trucks allowed. They are. It's kind of an ore place or something. I'm picking up some minerals, going to Michigan. We'll go back up through Los Lunas, through Albuquerque, and then Friday night I should be able to make Amarillo. And then let me back out a little bit. Then we're going to make our way all the way up to Michigan, go through Oklahoma City, Joplin, Missouri. I'll stay at the night Saturday night in Cuba, Missouri, at the TA there. Then go up through the bottom of the Chicago area and make my way over to Byron Center, Michigan, right south of Grand Rapids is actually where that is. And you can see this is the thing I like about the 1010. It puts the address in right there of where I'm going to be delivering to. You can see Grand Rapids right at the bottom of that area. So that's where I'll be delivering for Monday morning. Well, just a super quick one there tonight. I had to show that feature because I discovered that and I'm like, oh, this is a game changer, baby. Yeah. So now because I as I said in my video about the watch, when I wake up in the middle of the night, yep, I can just see the time real easy. I don't have to touch a button or nothing, baby. Well, that's progress. Right, Rusty? All right. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. Get your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. Clutch Trucker on Instagram, Clutch Trucker on Twitter, where I put Rusty stuff. And as always, and if that magic YouTube fairy dust, Clutch and Rusty, out. All right, Chewy, keep your distance. But don't look like you're trying to keep your distance. I don't know. Fly casual. All right, no, we start down here. You know that. Come on, here it is. And there it goes. All right, right in your pet bed on the Clutch Trucker couch. It's a beautiful thing. All over the bacon strip. Oh, yeah, baby. What's so funny is these even look like bacon. I mean, you know, if I were hungry enough, I might be tempted. You never know. But I got plenty of food in my fridge and freezer back there. My freezer is absolutely packed right now. All right, you want this other one? Oh, come on, there you go. Oh, yes. Happy dog, because he's a bacon strip dog. He's a bacon strip dog. Sometimes it eats too fast and it starts to cough, but he's a bacon strip dog. Oh, yeah, loving that, Rusty, right?